Welcome back to Explain the Charts, everyone. Today, September 16th, 2025, we're diving deep into Alphabet Incorporated, ticker symbol Google, which has been making headlines with some truly explosive moves. Google stock has not only achieved a monumental $3 trillion market capitalization, but has also recently hit new all-time highs, captivating investors worldwide. Let's start by contextualizing these movements with the latest news before we dissect the charts in detail. Just earlier this month, around September 3rd, Google secured a significant victory in a landmark federal antitrust case regarding its internet search business. This ruling, which spared Google from a forced breakup and allowed it to retain key assets like Chrome and Android, was hailed as a monster win and removed a massive overhang on the stock. This positive legal outcome instantly added hundreds of billions to Alphabet's market value, triggering a substantial relief rally. More recently, yesterday on September 15th, Google surged further, closing at a record high of $251.61 and hitting an intraday high of $252.41. This latest rally was primarily driven by news that Google's Gemini AI model became the #1 free app in the U.S. Apple Store, surpassing rivals like ChatGPT. The market views Gemini's success, particularly with its new Nano Banana image editing model, as a strong validation of Google's core AI offerings and future growth potential. However, it's crucial to remember that a second antitrust case, this time focusing on Google's digital advertising business, is set to restart on September 22nd. This upcoming legal challenge could introduce new volatility and serves as a potential short-term headwind, despite the current bullish sentiment. Now, let's turn our attention to the charts to see how these events translate into price action. Looking at the one-day chart, we can clearly see the strong bullish trend that has developed, especially since late 2024. If we go back to early April 2025, Google found strong support around the $140.53 level, which acted as a significant bounce-off point for a sustained rally. Noticeable pullbacks in July and August 2025, around the $170 to $180 range, were quickly bought up, indicating robust institutional buying interest and underlying strength. These periods align with earlier reports of Google's aggressive AI hiring, which fueled investor optimism despite general market caution at the time. Let's zoom in on the one-hour chart to analyze the immediate impact of the September 3rd antitrust ruling. Here, we can observe the dramatic overnight gap up on September 3rd, where the stock opened significantly higher than the previous day's close. The candle from 2000 hours Universal Time Coordinated on September 2nd to 2000 hours Universal Time Coordinated on September 3rd shows a massive jump from $211.32 to $229.052, a clear illustration of the market's positive reaction to the monster win ruling. This sudden surge, characterized by a large green candle and substantial volume, effectively established a new price floor for Google. The prior resistance levels around $210 to $212 were decisively breached, instantly converting them into new support zones. Following this powerful move, the price consolidated briefly between $225 and $232, indicating some profit-taking, but also strong demand preventing a deeper correction. This consolidation was short-lived as the bullish momentum quickly resumed, pushing Google towards its new all-time highs. Now, shifting to the 15-minute chart, we can examine the recent price action leading to yesterday's record close on September 15th. On September 15th, beginning around 1321 Universal Time Coordinated, we saw a noticeable acceleration in buying activity. The price swiftly moved from approximately $244.53 to $248.18, and then continued its ascent, pushing towards the $251 to $252 range. This strong intraday rally perfectly correlates with the news about Gemini's market dominance and Google hitting the $3 trillion market cap milestone. After peaking at $252.41, the stock experienced some minor pullbacks, touching levels around $248 before consolidating towards the end of the trading day. This suggests that while the bullish sentiment is strong, short-term profit-taking at these elevated levels is a natural market reaction. So, what are the key levels to watch for Google in the short and long term? Immediately, the all-time high of $252.41 acts as the psychological resistance. If Google can break and sustain above this level, it signals a continuation of the strong bullish trend. On the downside, the recent consolidation range of $248 to $249 on the 15-minute chart could serve as immediate support. A more significant support level, stemming from the post-antitrust surge, would be in the $230 to $235 area. This zone, reinforced by the September 3rd gap up, is critical for maintaining the overall bullish structure. Reasons to be bullish include Google's strong leadership in AI with Gemini, the clear legal victory in its search business, and its robust financial performance evident in reaching a $3 trillion market cap. The increasing adoption of AI features like Nano Banana and AI overviews could drive further user engagement and monetization. However, reasons to be bearish, or at least cautious, largely revolve around the upcoming AdTech antitrust case on September 22nd. An unfavorable outcome could introduce renewed regulatory uncertainty and negatively impact investor confidence. Additionally, the stock is trading at all-time highs, which may lead to increased volatility and potentially larger pullbacks if market sentiment shifts or broader economic conditions deteriorate. In the short term, maintaining above $248 is crucial for continued bullish momentum, while a break below $230 could indicate a more significant correction. Long term, the outlook remains bullish, contingent on continued AI innovation and navigating regulatory hurdles successfully. For traders looking for entry points around confirmed support levels like $248, or on a strong breakout above $252.41, could offer opportunities. Conversely, a break below these supports with increasing volume could signal potential short opportunities. Always monitor volume alongside price action, as high volume on breakouts or breakdowns adds conviction. In summary, Google is currently in a powerful uptrend, strongly supported by recent positive news. The key price levels to watch are the all-time high of $252.41 as resistance, and immediate supports at $248 and the stronger zone of $230 to $235. An unbiased prediction is that Google is likely to test higher resistance levels if the upcoming AdTech case shows no significant adverse developments. However, a moderate probability exists for a pullback to the $230 to $235 range if the September 22nd antitrust hearing brings negative news or market fears. Conditions reinforcing bullishness include continued positive AI developments, strong earnings reports, and a favorable resolution to regulatory issues. For continued strength, watch for Google to hold above its recent highs around $251.61, indicating robust demand. On the flip side, any signs of weakness around the $252.41 resistance level, especially with declining volume, would warrant caution. Keep a close eye on the news cycle, particularly regarding the September 22nd AdTech antitrust case, as it will be the most immediate catalyst for short-term price movements. That's all for today's in-depth analysis on Google. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more chart breakdowns from Explain the Charts.